Observe the structural integrity of these layers. When the fork presses down, the mascarpone cream yields with just enough resistance, balanced by a fine disruption of cocoa powder. This specific build contains 0 flour and 0 sugar, yielding under 4 net carbs per serving. To achieve this, we are replacing the traditional carb-heavy foundation of the dessert with a 3-ingredient, protein-based structure known as cloud bread. Preparation requires a specific toolset: an electric mixer, mascarpone, espresso, and cream cheese. Crucially, your eggs must be at room temperature before you begin the separation process. Mastering this substitution allows for the reconstruction of authentic dessert experiences without metabolic compromise. The first phase is the isolation of proteins. Separate 2 room temperature eggs, ensuring no fat from the yolks enters the white mixture. Combine the isolated yolks with exactly 1 ounce of softened cream cheese and a teaspoon of sweetener. Mix these until they form a smooth, consistent emulsion. To stabilize the protein structure of the egg whites, add 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. This chemical addition is necessary for the aeration phase. Using an electric mixer, whip the whites until you achieve absolute stiff peaks. The mixture must hold its shape when the beaters are removed. This is a critical failure point. If the whites are under-whipped, the resulting bread will be flat and unable to support the weight of the cream layers. Gently integrate 1/3 of the egg whites into the yolk emulsion to lighten it, then fold in the remaining whites. You must fold the mixture rather than stir it. Mechanical stirring will collapse the trapped air and compromise the structural integrity of the batter. Portion the batter into 4 to 6 rounds on a parchment-lined baking sheet. Bake at 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes until the tops are golden. This process creates a porous, sponge-like disc specifically designed to hold liquid without disintegrating. Next, we prepare the flavor delivery systems, starting with the extraction of exactly 1/3 of a cup of highly concentrated espresso. Modify the espresso with 1 to 2 teaspoons of sweetener and an optional dose of rum to align the flavor profile with traditional standards. For the lipid layer, whip a 1/2 cup of heavy cream until it reaches soft peaks. Incorporate 3 ounces of mascarpone cheese and 1 to 2 tablespoons of sweetener into the cream. Continue whipping until the emulsion is firm. It must be dense enough to hold its shape against gravity during assembly. This combination of intense, bitter espresso and dense mascarpone fats follows the exact same logic used in traditional Italian pastry. Assembly cannot commence until the cloud bread rounds have reached room temperature. Cooling is required to ensure the structure is set. Utilize a rapid dip technique. Submerge one side of the cloud bread into the espresso for only a fraction of a second. Oversoaking is catastrophic. It instantly degrades the protein matrix and turns the bread into mush. Place the bread coffee side down, then spread 1/4 of the mascarpone cream evenly across the surface. Repeat this sequence for the second tier to complete the architectural build. Apply a final, generous layer of unsweetened cocoa powder over the top. With the layers complete, these disparate low-carb components now function as a single structurally sound dessert. The finished product should display a clean visual contrast between the dark cocoa and the bright, aerated cream. You may serve this immediately for a softer profile, or refrigerate it for 1 hour to allow the layers to bond more firmly. To reach bakery-level aesthetics, you can use a cookie cutter on the cloud bread before assembly to ensure perfectly uniform edges. Applying this structural science to low-carb ingredients makes it possible to rebuild traditional recipes from the ground up. The full macronutrient breakdown is in the description below.